India records a new high with 5 lakh recoveries in the from COVID-19 as compared to the or discharges from hospital. Recovery rate stands at 70.6. The case declines to 1.78%. Flood fury continues unabated in Madhya Pradesh. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan held a meeting through video conference to review the flood situation in the state. 11,000 people evacuated, 54 villages, 170 relief camps being operated. Over 2 crore and 53 lakh cases worldwide with over 8 lakh 50,000 deaths. Myanmar 19 related restrictions on entry of foreign nationals till September 30th. India wins the gold in a chess Olympiad. India and Russia named joint winners of the 2020 online chess Olympiad by FIDE after the final was marred by technical glitch. Narendra Modi congratulates Indians for winning the FIDE online chess Olympiad. And becomes the first Grand Slam to start in the COVID era. Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer and Ashley Barty among the high-profile absentees. Novak Djokovic, Williams and the biggest at Flushing Meadows. Festival of Onam being celebrated across the country. The annual harvest festival is celebrated to commemorate the return of mythical righteous king Bali. President, Vice President and Prime Minister greet people on the occasion. Good morning, English News. I am Anil Thomas. Now in detail. Starting first up with taking a look at the update COVID-19 situation in India. India has tested 8,46,278 COVID on Sunday. As per the data provided by the Indian Council of Medical Research, the number of samples tested so far stand at 4 crore 23 lakh 940. 60,868 recoveries are recorded on Sunday, taking the cumulative total of recovered patients to 27,74,801. With this, currently has risen to 76.63%. India's three-pronged strategy of test, trace and treat is proving to be a the fatality rate 1.78 with 64,469 deaths reported so far. The number of 19 cases in India stand at 81,075, which is 29% of the total cases reported. Collaborative and effective measures right from early identification, aggressive testing to effective tracking and comprehensive treatment have collectively led to. Union Health Ministry has said that the last 5 lakh recoveries have been in comparison to the preceding 5 lakh which were recorded in 10 and 9 respectively. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Edappalli K. Palaniswamy announced the extended lockdown in Tamil Nadu September. Norms have been further relaxed, like no complete lockdown on Sundays, e-passes, inter-district travel to be discontinued, all worship and hotels, restaurants are to reopen as well. All shopping malls, showrooms, stores can function and employ. Shops will be allowed to be open at 8 p.m. Inter-district will be allowed without. However, the e-pass system will continue for entry into the state. Intra-district bus service and MTC buses in Chennai can from the 1st of September. Metro rail will be operated from the 7th of September. Urban rail services will remain suspended. Factories and IT companies can function with 100% employees. Hotels, resort, recreation clubs, playgrounds can open. Government offices will be with 100% employees from the 30th of September. Banks and allied institutions can function with 100% employees. Shooting can be done with a seal by employees. Temples can open for public worship. However, religious gatherings, social, political, cultural, educational and other meetings and processions will remain banned on the 30th of September. The fresh relaxation will apply to any COVID-19 containment across the state. Well, situation in many parts of India, with Madhya Pradesh, where incessant rainfall is in various parts of Madhya Pradesh. Although few regions are rainfall giving a sigh of relief, monsoon fury continues in Madhya Pradesh. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan held a meeting through video conferencing to review the flood situation in the state. Senior Revenue, Public Health Engineering, Health and Family Welfare along with Panchayat and Rural Development Department participated in the meeting. Unabated rainfall in the last 3 days in Madhya Pradesh has severely impacted Devas, Harda, Shihor, Hoshangabad, Raisa, Balaghat, Sivni, Chindwara and other regions. Areas in range of 10 kilometers from the river are the hardest hit by the flood. The government has assured all possible help to the flood victims. Chief Minister of the state has directed officials not to be negligent in tackling the flood situation. Over 11,000 people have been rescued from 454 villages. A total of 267 people have been airlifted by the Air Force. People are being provided food and water in relief camps. SDRF and police home guards are being deployed to carry out rescue operations in the flood affected areas. Authorities have also issued helpline numbers 1079 and 100 which are active throughout the day. Well, Union Finance Minister has asked banks to immediately refund the charges collected after the 1st of January this year on transactions carried out using the electronic mode that's prescribed under the IT Act. The ministry also advised banks to not to impose any charges on transactions carried out through the mode. If transaction was carried out through RuPay card, Beam UPI, QR and Beam UPI code, then no bank or system provided will impose any charge. The ministry said that a representation has been received that some banks are imposing charges on transactions carried out through UPI. Such a practice on part of the banks is a breach of the PSS Act and the IT Act. Staying with the Finance Ministry, Union Minister of Corporate Affairs Nirmala Sitharaman will review with the top management of scheduled commercial banks and NBFCs implementation of the resolution framework for COVID-19 stress in bank loans on the 3rd. The review will focus on enabling and households to avail revival frameworks of necessary banking policy, identifying borrowers and discussing issues that require for smooth and speedy. The Madhya Pradesh government has announced to arrange free transport for JEE and examinations to be held the next month. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has taken the step in the free two-way transportation facility will be provided during the examination to ensure they do not face any problem due to the pandemic. Candidates are on 181 or e-pass portal. The administration will provide this facility to the candidate. If the candidate wishes, one of his colleagues will also be provided with a two-way transportation facility to and from the center. The minister has said that the students will have to village or city to the district to avail this facility. Transport from the headquarters.
के कारण इस उद्देश्य से परीक्षा के लिए निःशुल्क परिवहन व्यवस्था उपलब्ध कराई जाए और इसके लिए केवल परीक्षार्थी को वन एट या मध्य प्रदेश ई पास पोर्टल पर संपर्क कर रजिस्टर कराना होगा। अगर परीक्षार्थी चाहे तो अपने साथ एक सहयोग निःशुल्क ले जा सकेंगे। ये निःशुल्क व्यवस्था परीक्षा देने आने की होगी और वहां से वापस जाने के लिए भी होगी, लेकिन विद्यार्थी को ये मुख्यालय या जिला मुख्यालय से मिलेगी।
Union Education Minister Pokhriyal Nishank has examinations are necessary for students and their better future. The minister said that the conduct of examination of various undergraduate courses and final year examinations is necessary as it is a parameter to understand the student's capability and credibility. His or her eligibility for scholarships and for placements and admissions to any universities worldwide. Pokhriyal said that if the NEET and JEE examination do not take place right now, then the current academics is zero and the future of our students will be highly impacted. He added that considering the broader interest of students, political parties too must refrain from unnecessary commenting on such sensitive issues. The Education Minister said that it is the government's first priority. He also said that the National Testing Agency, that's NTA, has made elaborate arrangements for examinations and is taking adequate precautions. He also urged the chief ministers of various states to make appropriate arrangements for the conduct of NEE and JEE exams. He also appealed to the students and parents to trust the institutes conducting the examination, as they are leaving no stone unturned to conduct the successful exams amidst the COVID pandemic. On to some international stories. The government has further restrictions imposed on travelers visiting the country to contain the further spread of COVID-19 virus. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs in an announcement said that the temporary suspension of all visa, including the on-arrival visa and e-visa, will continue in place till September 30th. While Myanmar reported cases of corona infections, taking the total number of infected people in the country to 740, of which 351 people have recovered and 6 are dead. On Saturday, 19 Myanmar citizens from India in a special flight from Delhi, according to the Internal Affairs of Myanmar, the evacuation flight which brought Myanmar citizens from India after the corona pandemic. Well, time now to updates on COVID-19 from the world. Over 53 lakh coronavirus cases reported worldwide, 8 lakh deaths, as many as 1 crore 7 lakh people have recovered from the virus so far. United States continues to be the country that's the worst hit with the pandemic. The largest number of infections, United States has over 61 lakh 3,000 cases of coronavirus, with the death toll now over 1,87,000. United States is followed by South American nation Brazil, which has recorded over 1,20,000 deaths and over 38,62,000 cases infected. South American nation Colombia is approaching 6 lakh total confirmed COVID-19 cases, but authorities announced infections have stabilized and restrictions in the capital, Bogota. A strict lockdown has been in force since March 25th, and it's been phased out in the capital city. In its place are new operating hours in the capital, Bogota, for different sectors of the economy, so as to limit face-to-face interaction in the city of 7.4 million. Outside the capital city, regions whose health sectors have struggled to cope with the pandemic will still have some lockdown measures in use. The easing of the measures for local businesses and workers who complained they were finding it to work under these conditions in a strict lockdown. Colombia has over 6,07,000 COVID-19 and over 1,964 deaths. Moving to the European continent and starting first up with Spain, that has witnessed a high increase of infection in the last few days, considering which Spaniards are worried as reopening of schools is also around. Spain unveiled a plan to reopen schools before the start of the new academic year. However, Health Minister has stressed down schools if multiple cases of the virus were detected at classrooms. Spain diagnosed 3,829 new coronavirus cases in the last 24 hours, taking the number of total cases to 55,000. 7 days, 129 people have died from the virus. Death toll in the nation to 29,011. And Janssen's unit will begin the mid-stage trials for its corona vaccine in Spain, Netherlands and Germany. Moving to the continent of Australia, coronavirus cases in Australia state of Victoria returned to triple digits on Sunday's southeast. Victoria reported 140 new cases a day after the daily tally fell to 94, its lowest tally nearly in 2 months. Capital city of Melbourne is 4 weeks into a 6-week hard lockdown that authorities have said may ease only. The nation of 25 million has suffered about 25,000 infections and just over 600 deaths since the start of the year. Shifting to Australian neighbours, New Zealand has made masks compulsory or mandatory nationwide from today. Prime Minister Jacinta Ardern said that on Sunday that curbs in Auckland would be eased, but limits will stay on and movement in Auckland. New Zealand reported 2 new virus cases, taking its tally of infections to 1,029, while the death toll stands at 22. New Zealand has proved far better able to rein in the spread of the virus than many other nations, moving swiftly to clamp down with social distancing measures. In Belarus, massive protests continue to rock, with thousands of protesters thronging near the President Alexander Lukashenko's residence, calling for his resignation. Meanwhile, a column of armed military vehicles was seen driving through the city of Minsk. Demonstrations were sparked in Belarus after the victory of Lukashenko in August 9th presidential elections, which the opposition allege of being electoral fraud. Back home in Assam, amid the COVID-19 pandemic, the 4-day Assam Assembly began today. The COVID-19 protocols, proper sanitization is done inside and outside the assembly premises. More this report.
Amid COVID-19 pandemic, as all the essential work must go on, the 4-day autumn session of the assembly has begun today in Guwahati. Following all the COVID-19 protocols, including wearing of masks by all the staffs of the Assam Assembly as well as the members of the Legislative Assembly. In Guwahati, this is Trina for DD News.
Were declared joint winners in the FIDE online chess Olympiad on Sunday. India had initially lost their second leg of the final, but they lodged an appeal against the FIDE appeals committee, saying Nihal Sareen and Divya Deshmukh lost their matches due to a server failure. Game's governing body FIDE then took the decision on awarding the title to both the countries. Where the match was disrupted due to the server failure, Indian player Nihal Sareen was in a drawing position. Divya Deshmukh was in a position on the board. Earlier, the opening leg of the final started off with all their clashes and ended on 3-3. After winning a joint gold medal, winners of the Chess Olympiad Grandmaster Koneru Humpy congratulated the Indian team on its wonderful performance at the FIDE online chess Olympiad. She said, scripted history after for the first time.
We managed to jointly win the online chess Olympiad along with Russia. So it was a wonderful by the whole team. We had a lot of amazing games, like in the preliminary rounds we managed to beat China, one of the strongest teams. We are very happy that our team hard work has paid off and we were rewarded for this victory. I hope that we can make we can bring much more laurels to the country in the future as well.
Indian chess Grandmaster Valli and Captain Vidit Santosh Gujarati expressed their happiness on this historic win.
I'm excited that we won a gold medal for India. Though it's online format, this is first ever gold medal in Olympiads for India. So winning this will always moment for me. I'm really proud of my team.
I'm actually to see India medal in the chess Olympiad. It's a historic best performance so far, and I'm so glad that I got the opportunity to play and to captain of the team. I would like to thank all my teammates. They fought extremely well. Also, the vice captain Srinath was helping me throughout this journey. And last but not least, I would like to thank all the fans constantly motivating us, encouraging us. I think today in the live broadcast we had around 70,000 people watching live, which is an amazing feeling. Thank you everyone. Super duper gold for India.
Indian chess Jonathan Anand seemed ecstatic after a chess win.
Obviously, I'm thrilled with this result. It was quite eventful, and it's one of the features. But I think in the whole Olympiad, the Indian team has shown a lot of spirit. Actually, I can say that this medal, the biggest contribution came from the youngsters, and it shows the bright future we have for chess. And I'm just very, very happy to get this gold medal, which has eluded us all this time.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi in a tweet congratulated the Indian chess players for winning the FIDE online chess Olympiad. Their hard work are admirable. Success will surely motivate other chess players. He also congratulated the Russian team. Union Sports Minister Kiren Rijiju extended his congratulations to the team. In a tweet, Kiren Rijiju said, and I congratulate our that won the gold at the FIDE Chess Online Chess Olympiad. India was declared the joint winner with Russia. My heartiest wishes to all the players. The US Open becomes the first Grand Slam of the COVID-19 era when it starts today in a free bubble at defending champion women's world #1 Ashley Barty are among the absentees. Ahead of the action getting underway in the Grand Slam will return from the COVID-19 spectators, any top-ranked players.
US Open becomes the first Grand Slam of the COVID-19 era. Starts on Monday. The free bubble at Flushing Meadows. Many big names will not be playing at the Flushing Meadows, although plenty of star power in the form of Serena Williams, Novak Djokovic and Andy Murray. However, they will be competing in front of empty stands. The event is taking place inside a safety bubble which includes and restriction on movement of the players and tournament officials. It follows immediately after the Western and the Southern Open, which is usually held in but moved to Flushing Meadows to create a two-tournament bubble. On the men's side, Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer revealed their plans relatively early. Monfils soon becoming another top 10 in Europe. Former champion Wawrinka and Throw will also not be present. Japanese Kei Nishikori released after testing positive for. As far as the WTA Tour are concerned, 6 of the top present in New York, including world #1 Ash, two-time major winner Simona Halep is focusing, while the 2019 US Bianca will not be defending time. Djokovic's golden opportunity. Of Nadal and opportunity to men's world #1 Novak Djokovic to close in on his rival for most Grand Slam titles. Djokovic won January's for his 17th major and 3 adrift of 39-year-old Federer. Remarkably, Grand Slam where neither or Federer are playing since 1999 US Open. Sports Desk, TD India.
Now let's the world's highest rail bridge, which is being built over the Chenab River in Jammu and Kashmir. The project scheduled to be completed by August 22. Abhishek Singh, our correspondent, reports.
This is the world's highest rail is being built over the river Chenab in Riyasi district of Jammu and Kashmir. The 1.3 kilometer long rail bridge is 59 meters high, post its construction with the highest rail bridge. 83% project is being completed and is for August 2022.
ये जोन जो है ये टफ जोन है, ऐसी जोन के ब्रिज को आकार दिया है, उस इसकी हाइट है 3 रिवर बेड, जिसमें 20 मीटर अगर आईफिल टावर बीच में रखते हैं, इसलिए पॉपुलरिटी इसी के लिए, लेकिन ये चैलेंज गया है और ऑलमोस्ट हमको 83% अचीव कर चुके हैं। और बाकी जो भी है कंप्लीशन के कगार के भी अभी हम है, ओनली गिरिक्स नेक्स्ट वेरी सोन, मतलब जनवरी के आज भी
DRDO has also majorly this bridge, which is being built in the Kauri area of Riyasi between Katra Banihal under the Jammu Udhampur Srinagar project. It can withstand a 260 kilometers per hour. This region of Riyasi earthquake prone seismic zone 4, but the bridge is being built keeping in mind with the steps to be taken to deal with seismic zone 5, which will enable it to withstand even larger earthquakes.
पहले इधर कोई साधन नहीं था, जब से ये प्रोजेक्ट चालू है ना, तो तब से क्या है कि अभी गांव वासी जो भी है सब रोजगार में लगा हुआ है। कोई अपना चाय वाला काम कर रहा है, कोई दुकान वाला ठेकेदारी कर रहा है, कोई लेबर का काम कर रहा है।
This unmatched engineering of rail bridge aid valley with other parts of the country. It will also play an important role in curbing China's and Pakistan's disturbing activities. Sheikh Singh for DD India.
Onam festival is being celebrated with gaiety and Malayalis in across adequate precautions due to coronavirus. The Harvest Festival is celebrated in the month of Chingam, marks the Malayalam New Year. In this period, people buy something new, decorate their homes, prepare Kalam, Onam Sadhya. Due to COVID-19, every year the grand celebration is a restricted one. The festival will conclude on the 2nd of September. President Ramnath Kovind, Onam greetings to everyone. He said, Onam greetings to everyone. The festival is a symbol of our rich cultural heritage and an expression of our gratitude to Mother Nature at the arrival of new crop. Let us take care of people from the weaker sections of the society and follow guidelines to contain COVID-19. Tweeted on this, remind ourselves of the values of honesty, integrity, compassion and sacrifice. Mahabali. May this joyous festival bring peace, prosperity and happiness to everyone. Prime Minister Narendra Modi greetings to the nation on Onam. He tweeted, and I quote, "Greetings on Onam, which celebrates harmony. It is also an occasion to express gratitude to working farmers. May everyone be blessed and best health." Well, that's all we have time for in this edition of News. Wear your face mask when you step out of your home. Also to maintain physical distancing when you are in public places. For watching, do take good care of yourself.